Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and leave a legacy. I'm doing a series of spotlights on remarkable business intermediaries and exit planners from across the country. Joining me on this segment is Gil Bean. He's one of the partners at Exit Smarts. Gil, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. It's nice of you to have me here. I'm glad to be here. Thanks.
Gil, tell us a little bit about your work and specifically, who are the types of clients that you specialize in helping?
At Exit Smarts, we are we have what we call the business transition system. So we've developed a full end-to-end system for the transition process or the exit planning process. Our customers, we are really twofold. One is we deal directly with business owners. And then secondly, we also work with their most trusted advisors. So we empower people like wealth managers, exit planners, people in value building, accountants, attorneys, different people from different disciplines to be the lead in the exit planning process for their clients. What that amounts to is that if they want to do something, or if they want to take so much control of the situation, we permit them to do that, and we fill in the blanks, the things that they don't want to do or can't do. So, and hopefully we can talk a little bit more about that in a minute or two.
So, Gil, tell us a little bit about these sellers. Like, most people, when they start a business, they think growth. They don't often think of the end in mind. Do they even know they need an exit plan? What's the conversation like? What are their biggest concerns when they reach out to you and let you know that they're considering, exiting their business?
I think by and large, their biggest concern is that they find out that they don't know what they need to effect a successful transition. There are just so many things they haven't thought about or have never occurred to them. That really makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because they've spent 30, 40, maybe more years working in the business, and they really haven't had much of a chance to work on the business or think about what they need to do to affect the transition. So I think the lights start to come on when they speak with us, as I'm sure they do when they speak with many exit planners or people in the transition planning business.
One of the biggest inspirations for this series is just to shine the light on, I believe, is a lack of information out there and people, a lack of awareness of what people need to do in order to, prepare to exit their businesses. Can you kind of tell us, what are some of the misinformation or myths that you hear out there that might be sabotaging people from successful exit?
Wow. We think of it as what we call 5 W's, but there are many considerations about when someone wants to sell and how long that's going to take, who they want to sell to, why they want to sell. In my opinion, one of the biggest factors is why someone wants to sell or eventually transition out of their business to begin with. You probably know that within a year of exiting, 75% of business owners regret the fact that they exited, which tells me and tells us at Exit Smarts that they really didn't have a handle on why they wanted to transition out to begin with. So that's clearly one of the things in my mind.
Tell us, what does that really mean for folks because I hear that a lot, that people should really consider what their next chapter is going to be or where they want to transition into. Why is that so important, and how does that affect what they do with this current business that they're working on selling?
Well, it's important for a number of reasons. I think there are 3 things that an owner has to look at when considering a transition. One is their personal plan, their business plan, and then their financial plan. And it sounds like it would be intuitive that all 3 of those things would be tightly entwined, but they're really not. They're really 3 separate things. And sometimes a business owner is very clear about the business plan for transitioning, not so much about the personal plan or the financial plan, or one of those other things could take precedence ahead of the other two.
What are some of the big, like, mistakes or pitfalls that you commonly see people fall into that may sabotage their success in exiting?
Oh, they just haven't thought through all of the things that are involved. It may be something simple, like they may have, maybe they haven't even put down a business continuity plan. In other words, how is this business going to continue if I'm not here? If I transition out, or what if something happens to me? What if I die? Uh, I know it's not a good thing to think about or a fun thing to think about, but what happens to the business if in that event? So sometimes it's business continuity. There's just a number of factors that people just haven't thought about. Pardon me.
Gil, what inspired you to to get into this business and help people with their exit plans? Like, take us back a little bit and tell us how you got started in this field.
Sure. Well, it's um, my background is in the software industry, um, and I was involved as an implementer of a system called EOS. I don't know if you've heard about it or heard of it or not, but I was in the business of helping small businesses improve the value of their businesses over a period of time. So I had clients in that environment. Um, you think of you can think of it as value building, if you will. Um, and my partners were implementers as well. Um, so uh, it's just a natural transition to look at the transition planning world, and how all of the things that we learned about helping a small business grow evolved to helping a business owner eventually to transition out of a business. It's such a natural progression. That's how it happened for me, and that's how it happened for those of us at ExoSmarts.
Gil, for folks listening right now that we've struck a chord with and they know they need to get their ducks in order to work on their exit plan, if they want to reach you and find out more, how can they find you and connect?
Well, our website is exitsmarts.com, exitsmarts, all one word.com. Of course, we're on LinkedIn, and all of our personal contact information is there. I'm happy to give a phone number if you want me to do that. Is that the kind of thing you want me to do
Anything
here?
you'd like. Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
My number is 484-431-3181. That's my cell number, and I would be happy to talk with anyone who wants to speak with me, whether they're a business owner looking to transition out of a business, or whether they're in another discipline like wealth management, or they're an accountant or an attorney and they have clients who want to transition and they want to know more about the process. Possibly even be an ExoSmarts business coach. I'd love to talk to them. We'd love to talk to them.
Terrific. Gil, I really appreciate you taking the time and stopping by to share with my audience today. And I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate the questions, and I hope I did a good job of answering them for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was Gil Bean. He's the partner, one of the partners of Exit Smarts. And this segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their practices, and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.